Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Quiet Riddle. I appreciate you stopping by our little spot to chill out with us today. By the way, if you like the music on this channel, go to our YouTube music channel at Drizzlerworks Music, or just click on the link in this video. Your support helps other good people like yourself. So with that said, today we're diving deep into the art of psychological warfare, inspired by none other than Niccolò Machiavelli. You might think of him as a dark figure, but his insights into human nature and power dynamics are incredibly useful, not for manipulation, but for defending yourself against it. We're going to explore 7 genius ways to outsmart manipulators, drawing from Machiavelli's timeless tactics. The art of observation. Know thyself and thy enemy. Machiavelli stressed the importance of understanding human nature. The first step in outsmarting a manipulator is to become an expert observer. Pay attention to people's patterns, their insecurities, their desires, and their fears. Self-awareness. Understand your own triggers, vulnerabilities, and aspirations. Manipulators prey on these. If you know your weaknesses, you can fortify them. Are you easily flattered? Do you crave approval? Are you afraid of confrontation? A manipulator will sniff these out. Reading others. Observe body language, tone of voice, and inconsistencies in their stories. Look for their tells. What makes them uncomfortable? What lights them up? What do they avoid talking about? A skilled manipulator often presents a carefully constructed facade. Your job is to see through it. Their motives. What does the manipulator want? Power, control, resources, validation. Identifying their endgame is crucial. Once you know their objective, you can anticipate their moves. Context is king. Always consider the situation. Is it a professional setting, a personal relationship, or a casual encounter? The dynamics of manipulation can change dramatically based on the environment. Master of disguise, the art of feigned ignorance. Machiavelli argued that a ruler must sometimes appear to be less intelligent or less informed than they actually are. In the context of dealing with manipulators, this means playing dumb, underestimating your opponent. When a manipulator thinks they have you fooled, they drop their guard. They become overconfident and reveal more of their strategy, asking innocent questions. Could you explain that again? I'm not sure I fully grasp it. Help me understand why that's the only option. These types of questions force them to elaborate, potentially exposing their agenda or the flaws in their logic. Delaying tactics. Don't immediately react or agree. Let me think about that. I need to process this. This buys you time to analyze the situation, consult others, and formulate a counter-strategy without appearing confrontational. The power of ambiguity. Give vague answers. Don't commit prematurely. This keeps the manipulator guessing and prevents them from pinning you down. Creating false security. Let them believe they have the upper hand. This can make them careless, leading them to overplay their hand or make mistakes they wouldn't if they perceived you as a threat. Strategic alliances, the power of networks. Machiavelli emphasized the importance of allies. You don't have to face a manipulator alone. Building a support system, cultivate strong relationships with trustworthy friends, family, and colleagues. These individuals can offer different perspectives, emotional support, and even practical advice. Seeking outside counsel. When you suspect manipulation, talk to someone objective. They might spot things you're missing because you're too emotionally invested. Leveraging collective strength. Sometimes a manipulator targets individuals because they perceive them as isolated. When they realize you have a strong network, they might back off. Witnesses and documentation. In professional or legal contexts, having witnesses or documenting interactions can be a powerful deterrent against manipulative tactics. If a manipulator knows their actions can be exposed, they are less likely to engage in them. Creating a united front. If multiple people are being manipulated by the same individual, uniting can be incredibly effective. A group has more leverage and power than individuals acting alone. Emotional detachment. The prince's cool head. Machiavelli believed that a leader should not be swayed by emotions. Manipulators thrive on exploiting your feelings. Recognizing emotional triggers. Are they trying to make you feel guilty, angry, fearful, excited? Acknowledge the emotion, but don't let it dictate your response. Taking a step back. Before reacting, take a deep breath. Count to 10. Go for a walk. Create distance between the stimulus and your reaction. This allows your rational mind to kick in. Focusing on facts. Separate emotions from facts. What is actually being said or done versus how it makes you feel? Manipulators often use emotional appeals to obscure logical inconsistencies. Practicing mindfulness. Be present and aware of your internal state without judgment. This helps you observe your emotions rather than being consumed by them. The poker face. Don't show your hand. A manipulator looks for reactions to gauge their effectiveness. Maintain a neutral demeanor, even if you're seething inside. This denies them the feedback they crave. The countermove, turning their tactics against them. Machiavelli's strategies often involve turning an opponent's strengths into weaknesses. You can do the same with a manipulator. Mirroring. If they are vague, you can be vague. If they use guilt, you can point out their own responsibilities. Reframing. A manipulator might try to frame a situation in a way that benefits them. Reframe it to highlight their self-interest or the negative consequences for others. You're saying this will save your time, but it will double my workload. Preemption. If you anticipate a manipulative tactic, address it before they can employ it. For example, if you know they'll try to guilt trip you, you can say, "I understand you might feel disappointed, but I've made my decision based on what's best for me." Setting boundaries. Manipulators constantly test boundaries. By clearly and consistently enforcing your boundaries, you teach them that their tactics won't work on you. I'm not comfortable discussing that. My answer is no. Strategic disclosure. Share information strategically. Sometimes revealing a piece of information about your own plans or knowledge can disrupt their strategy and force them to adapt. The power of knowing, defending your sovereignty. Machiavelli knew that a ruler must maintain their autonomy. Saying no is a powerful act of self-preservation against manipulators. Clear and concise, no is a complete sentence. You don't always need to provide lengthy explanations or justifications. The more you explain, the more fodder you give them for debate or guilt tripping. Firm and consistent. Once you say no, stick to it. Manipulators will often try multiple approaches to wear you down. Consistency sends a clear message. Prioritizing your needs. Remember that you have the right to prioritize your own well-being, time, and resources. You are not obligated to fulfill every request or demand. Practicing no. If you find it difficult to say no, practice in low-stakes situations. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. Nonverbal reinforcement. Your body language should support your no. Stand tall, make eye contact, and avoid fidgeting. This conveys confidence and resolve. Understanding the game, the long game perspective. Machiavelli's brilliance lay in his long-term strategic thinking. Outsmarting manipulators often requires patience and a broader perspective. Don't expect immediate victory. Manipulation is often a slow burn. Disarming a manipulator might not happen in one interaction. It's a series of strategic moves. Identifying patterns. Is this a one-off attempt or part of a larger pattern of behavior? Recognizing the pattern helps you understand the manipulator's overarching strategy. Learning from experience. Every encounter with a manipulator is a learning opportunity. What worked? What didn't? How can you refine your approach next time? Protecting your reputation. Manipulators often try to damage your reputation. Be mindful of how you conduct yourself and maintain your integrity. Knowing when to disengage. Sometimes the most effective strategy is to remove yourself from the manipulator's sphere of influence entirely. Not every battle is worth fighting, and your peace of mind is paramount. If someone is consistently manipulative and toxic, the wisest choice might be to limit or sever contact. By adopting these Machiavellian insights, you can move from being a potential victim to a strategist in your own right. Remember, the goal isn't to become a manipulator yourself, but to understand their playbook so you can effectively defend your peace, your boundaries, and your sovereignty. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of you. God bless you. See you in the next video.